Hello, this video is going to show you how to do the assignment for December 1st for Mr. Anderson's 6th grade science class. The students will access this assignment on Google Classroom, and on their toggles at the top, they're going to find two things: December 1st directions and an Ed puzzle, basic periodic table. This Ed puzzle actually has all the information that they need. It's a video that shows them what to do, and the students were all instructed to watch this video. Not everybody watched it, not everybody paid attention, but had they done that, they would really understand what to do. So to access the actual work, kids click on this toggle, and they're going to open up a template here, and they're also going to open up this periodic table. So when they open the template, it looks like this, and I've already got silver done for them to show them that the atomic symbol is Ag, the atomic number is 47, number of protons, electrons, neutrons, it's a solid, and it's a metal. The kids are going to use the periodic table to complete the rest. This is how they do that. Click on the periodic table, they'll find oxygen, and they'll click on it, and oxygen shows up here with all the info they need. So the atomic symbol is O, and the atomic number is 8. This information was told to them in the video that they may or may not have watched. This is the atomic symbol, this is the atomic number. So they're going to do a capital O here, and then the atomic number is 8. Now, conveniently, the number of protons is the atomic number. That would be 8. And the number of electrons is also the same as the number of protons, 8. Now they have to figure out the number of neutrons. To do that, they just take this atomic mass number, round it to the nearest whole number, which would be 16, and then subtract the number of protons. 16 minus 8 is 8. They would put an 8 right there. Then they have to figure out, is it a solid, liquid or gas, or is it a metal, non-metal or metalloid? To do that, all they have to do first is look at the color of the text. Oxygen's red. Red means gas, so it's a gas. And then I showed the kids if they hover over metals, all the metals get highlighted. If they hover over metalloids, those little guys get highlighted. And if they hover over non-metals, they get highlighted. And oxygen is a non-metal. So they would type in gas and non-metal. Very nice. And then for gold, let's go back here. There we go. For gold, same thing. They would find gold down here. It's Au. That's the atomic symbol. 79 is the atomic number. So they would go Au, 79. And the number of protons, same thing. Number of electrons, same thing as the number of protons. The number of neutrons, 197, because I'm rounding this number, minus 79 would be 118. There we go. And then I look at gold. Black text means it's a solid. And when I highlight metals, it's in that zone, so it's a metal. So I go solid and metal, just like that. And then the kids work through the rest of these. It's actually pretty easy math, and most of the kids will realize that these three numbers are going to be the same. So that's pretty simple as well. And these are fairly self-explanatory also. Now, to do the rest of this, all the kids have to do is build some models of oxygen and carbon and sodium and calcium. And I showed them some examples of what these models look like. And also the video on Edpuzzle really walks them through exactly how to build these. But for oxygen, for example, they could just use the information that they have here and on the video that they would have watched. And I also explained it. It talks about how the inside, the nucleus, is going to have your protons and your neutrons. All of them are going to be together in this little area. So I need to have 8 protons and 8 neutrons, so 16 total. And then the number of electrons, of course, is also going to be 8. So 8, 8, and 8. So the first thing I have to do is make some copies. So I will grab this here and go Control-C, Control-V. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll make 8 of these. That's one of them. So copy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll do the same thing for the electron. There's 1. Copy that and go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got all of the stuff that I need. I just have to put it in the right place. And this is where it gets a little tiny bit tricky. But if I look at oxygen, these little numbers here, and again, the video on Edpuzzle explained this to the kids. This 2 is how many electrons are in that first little shell right by the nucleus. And this 6 is how many electrons are in the second shell. If there was another number, then that would be how many electrons are in the third shell. And another number would be how many electrons were in the fourth shell. For example, this would have 2 electrons, this is calcium, 2 electrons in the first shell, then 8, then 8, then 2. So for oxygen, it is going to be 2 and then 6. So all you have to do is grab these electrons and kind of pull one of them over here, grab one of them, just basically randomly putting them around where they should go. And then kind of want to space them out, because in reality these electrons are constantly orbiting at like the speed of light, so they're not actually just sitting here, but just to show that they kind of are all around at these different levels. That's what the kids do. So those are the electrons, and then they just have to take these and really kind of in any random order, just kind of drag these down over here and just kind of stack them up on each other. And this would be our nucleus that we're building. And it's got 8 protons and 8 neutrons. So kind of do it like this. And it's not going to be that pretty, but this is how this is done. And all of these elements are on the data table that the kids already built, so they don't have to look necessarily at the periodic table to fill these out. So there we go. This is my oxygen. Then they do the same thing for carbon, and the same thing for sodium, and then the same thing for calcium. There's more levels here, so the kids are going to put some electrons on the different levels. But again, for calcium, for example, right here, this is where they get the number of electrons on each shell. Otherwise, it's 20, 20, and then 20. So that's how the kids do that, and that's how they do the entire piece of work for December 1st. And it's really important that they understand this information and get this done, because as we move forward, this is going to be critical for them to know. So any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, good luck, and thanks for watching.